Good afternoon, everyone. Frank Menard here from the Menard Team Coaching. Today's message, I'm going to get hopefully a little bit more specific about how I help clients identify the answer to the question, what do you want? So let me start out by a quote from Napoleon Hill. 98% of the people in our world society drift from consequence to consequence throughout their entire lives. 98%. So that means only 2 out of 100 men or women actually know where it is they're going. They have a definite purpose. They have a definite goal in mind, and they're working toward that end. When I ask my coaching clients oftentimes, what is it that you want to achieve as we go through this coaching process? What do you want out of life? What do you want over the next 5 years? They look at me with a concerning look on their face because they don't know. They just don't know what they want. And so that causes a very big problem because until you know what you want, you can't actually start to achieve it. So let me ask you, what do you want? As I listen to myself asking that question, I feel that sometimes we're trying to look at the picture a little bit too big. Now, I obviously think that we should have some vision as to what our life is going to look at 15, 20, 30 years down the road, depending on your current age. But at the end of the day, what if we started a little bit shorter term? What if I asked you, what would you like to accomplish within or by the end of this year? It's April of 2024. And many of us have already gone through the New Year's resolution goals that we've set for ourselves. Some of us are probably still trying to stick with it, but many of us, probably 98% of the people, have already dropped off of those goals that they had identified that they wanted to accomplish. So let me give you a couple of tips of what you can do with this. One of the first things that you have to do is you have to have a purpose. So what is it that you want to do? And the next question I ask everyone that I work with is, why do you want that? So if you can write down on paper what it is you want, and then just below that, in fact, take a clean sheet of paper, and at the very top of that page, write down what your goal is to be accomplished by the end of 2024. So by 12/31/2024, what's the goal you'd like to achieve? And it doesn't have to be anything, crazy. Say I want to lose 20 pounds by the end of the year. Or I want to be able to run a 5K or a 10K by the end of the year, or I want to earn an additional $50,000 by the end of the year. Whatever that goal is, write it down on top of that piece of paper. And then just below that, I want you to write why you want it. What I want there is, give me the picture. What's it going to look like once you've achieved that goal? And write it in the present tense. I'm currently enjoying the additional $50,000 that I earned by taking an extended vacation with my wife and family, or my husband and my family. Just write out what the benefit is to achieving the goal. Now, here's where the tricky part comes in, or I should say the more detailed part. Now I want you to go a little bit further down the page and write down number 1. Now I want you to identify one priority, one piece of the plan that you need to focus on to achieve that major goal. And then below that, I want you to write out 3 to 5 action steps that you need to take daily or at least weekly in order to accomplish that priority which supports your goal. All right? Once you finish that, that's the number 1 priority. Just below that, I want you to write down a second area of focus. So maybe you might need to learn some new skills. So maybe that second area of focus will be to do some additional reading, maybe take a technical school class, maybe go back to college, or do something to learn the skill that you're going to need to help you earn that extra money. Or maybe it's get involved with a training program because you want to get into maybe running that 10K or maybe even a half marathon. So go to that second priority, write down what that is. And then again, 3 to 5 action steps that you need to focus on daily, weekly, and monthly in order to help you achieve that priority, which helps support the first priority, which also supports the primary goal. And then one last time, I want you to write down priority number 3. What's the third area of focus that would be beneficial, that if you worked in this area would help you achieve your ultimate goal? Remember, we're just talking about getting to the end of the year. But this process works regardless of when that deadline is, whether it be a 5-year goal, a 10-year goal, or beyond. All right? So write that down. So now what you have on one sheet of paper is your goal, the benefit, the why you want to achieve that goal, and the 3 areas of focus that you need to work on daily: daily action steps, weekly action steps, monthly action steps, in order to achieve that ultimate goal. And really, folks, to be honest with you, that's all it takes. Now you've got a one-page plan. Now, last but not least, I would like you to write out a statement. I call it a vision statement. Maybe on the back of that same sheet of paper. Maybe just a couple of paragraphs or a paragraph that talks about the why. I am currently enjoying the additional $50,000 I earned during 2024 by taking an extended vacation with my family. In fact, it's my wife and all 3 of my children, and we're going to Hawaii. We're enjoying the sunsets in a beautiful area, the beautiful hotel that we're staying in, or the cottage that we've rented. Just write it out. Now, the last thing I want you to do is every day in the morning and once again in the evening, I want you to read that goal on the front of the page. Then I want you to write out or read out loud the statement of your vision statement. Guys, when you're asked what do you want, you should have a question, or you should have an answer. So identifying your goal and then laying out a plan of action to actually get there with all those daily, weekly, monthly action steps. Purpose, plan, action. That's the way it works. Don't be a drifter. 98% of the people already are. We need you to continue to move forward and to achieve the life that you want to achieve. So if you enjoyed this video, I hope it's helpful. I hope it's helpful to kind of clarify what the process is. That process will work for you. It will work for somebody that you might know that could use this message. So please make sure you share that with them. And of course, as always, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already, so that you can be updated on all of my future videos. And if you need some help, maybe you're interested maybe getting involved in a coaching relationship, or you just need some guidance, please put some remarks down in the remarks section below this video, and I'll make sure to contact you, okay? All right. Thank you so much, guys. Hope you have a great day. Bye now.